I always try to give credits to the player. You know, I don't say like, oh, they did a good thing on accident. Like they meant to do that.
Right.
Yeah. Same with production, baby.
Hey, I got to tell you, if you're trying to become
a
top Fox player, I think the way to do it is not practicing Shine Turnaround Bear on Marth over and over, by the way. I think that is like very low value.
Outside underneath the basketball.
Outside, right, underneath the basketball.
In the dark.
In the dark.
By yourself.
The
Yes.
best representation.
Better ways to practice.
Better ways to practice. Yeah, you could get Uncle Pledge, 28-6. There's like, you know, all kinds of things you could do, but hey.
That run that Cody did was so, good.
Yeah, it was. It was badass.
So like when they're filming it, it's just like full speed, and it just takes like a second and a half.
Yeah.
And then once they put it into super slow motion, you see all the motion in it.
Yeah.
And it's funny, while they're filming it, they totally know. I'm like, they were like, that's the one, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, shout outs to production. It's been top tier skits, as always.
As always.
From
they
Beyond
know what
Summit.
they're doing. They're so good.
Yeah, they're beyond that summit.
Way beyond it.
Way beyond it.
Past it.
I wonder when they were on it.
It was just Summit?
Huh?
Here at the Summit?
Well, I wonder if they were ever on the summit and then they had to go beyond, or maybe they went around it.
Probably just shot over it.
Right.
They might have shot over it, yeah. Axe versus Fiction. I think Fiction's super cerebral player also has Drug Fox as his coach, who like plays a mean Pikachu himself.
Oddly enough, yeah.
Oddly enough,
Fiction does?
No,
Drug Fox.
Drug Fox.
Okay.
Drug Fox.
He was actually playing against Amsa with his Pikachu versus Amsa's Yoshi, and was taking a couple of games off of it here and there. So it's like, what can't Sammy do?
It is wild.
He's got a really good Samus too. He's got everything.
Yeah,
he's got everything.
Not
so it's actually
surprised.
been a minute since these guys have played as well.
Still no jump, by the way.
They have not played since 2018.
Oh wow.
Big House 8 was the last time they played, and did go to Game 5. So
yeah, I feel like Fiction is the type of player who's going to do well against Axe, because Fiction is so in control of his positioning and the thing he likes to do, and he's talked about it on Twitter.
Fiction likes to not approach, which is good in this matchup.
I think he likes to hold his ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another way
Which
to put
is
it. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I just elaborate. I didn't disagree with you there, Webs. I just elaborated.
Okay, cool.
And one of his main focuses is to shut down their preferred playstyle.
Yeah.
So if other Foxes try to play around what Axe is doing, Fiction's job is to just stop Axe from doing whatever he wants. Like he actually just forces him to play a different game, making players very uncomfortable.
Specifically, I think he's been doing a really good job spacing her outside the forward tilt and the down tilt.
Yeah.
Further to what you guys were saying.
Also very hard to hit.
Yeah, just very hard to hit.
See?
Yeah.
He's just holding his ground, just stands there and shines.
And then when he's far enough away, he's doing these lasers.
Yeah. And Axe is probably just weirded out by this a little bit, you know?
Just a little bit. It is first stock, and we know how hard Axe can adapt over the course of a set. So.
Right.
No, I was saying it's over. It's already over. The set's decided.
Fiction's winning.
Fiction's winning. Yeah.
That's how.
Oh.
Yeah, I see it.
So there was something we talked about on commentary actually for a brief bit yesterday that I was hanging out with Drug Fox and Fiction last night. They're talking about mentality. And there was something really interesting that kind of was a rehash of what we talked about on commentary, which was basically like, Hugo, I think you were there for this. It's like the way to prove, what Drug Fox was saying is like the way to prove you're a better player than someone is you don't have to make the read and go in and like, oh, I got to outplay them. I got to make the play here. The way to prove you're a better player is like, hold your ground and like exist on the stage with them and win neutral over and over. Like that's what HBox does. Like the better player is the one that doesn't have to make the read to win. It just, if the game goes on, they will win.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
And I think we talked about this early in the day yesterday, but yeah, that's something I think that style is what you were talking about in particular with regards to Fox versus Pikachu. Walling Pikachu out, like Fox just wins neutral. Like the bear just stuffs everything Pikachu can do, and if you can play that playstyle, you just win.
Yeah. And also, and that style is also really good in like last stock situations where you might not be playing your best and you're a little bit nervous. That style is perfect for that.
Yeah.
That's why we see so many clutch plays from players that do that kind of
style.
That
kind of style. How many times have you seen like someone's about to make an upset and they're like, and they go in and they do something a little silly, and then they drop that game or whatever, and then the set starts going downhill.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean like camping or anything like that.
No.
Right.
Yeah. I think walling is like a nice
you really went all the way for that. That weight was so good. Yeah, he just crouched.
Yeah, he took
but
it.
What it comes down to is having a full understanding of your options in reference to theirs.
Nice.
Like
So at that point, he knew what he could be hit by, and in his mind, it was likely the up B. So he's like, what do I do to that? I just stand here and take it.
Right.
Yeah, he's aware of how much time he has to punish it at the end.
And if there's a repositioning and there's a new threat, then Fiction will adjust, and he won't just stand there looking silly, right? He's just gonna. He knows what the threats are,
and he knows the distances, right? Like he was very comfortable doing that laser from the corner, albeit he probably didn't want to do standing laser, but he knows nothing is gonna hit him there.
Falling up there.
Yeah, Vish, I fully agree with you. Yeah, I think there's a.
That's always like, it always scares me when I see a player just stand still in their good spacing. Because it's like, oh my god, you are very confident that nothing is going to.
He's been doing a ton of that too. I do actually appreciate the distinction that you made with standing your ground on that third toe. Yeah. Because it's not that he's just like standing still and like he's reacting to what Axe is
running away. That's the other side.
He's not giving up his space.
Right. You're not giving up space. If anything, you're pushing them into the corner, but then you're keeping them there.
Can I talk about my theory on neutral?
Yeah.
And why I think Fiction does it so well? So
bubble theory.
The way. Definitely not.
Well, I want to hear it.
So the way I define neutral, or at least playing a good neutral, is your understanding of your own moveset. That's like hurt boxes, hit boxes, the amount of frames it takes to start up. And then that's the knowledge of all that with your character. Then the knowledge of all that with your opponent's character. And then your position relative to 1 and 2. Right?
Yeah.
So when Fiction is standing still, he's completely aware of all his options to a high degree. I'm talking like frames and how far they hit, where he's vulnerable, etc. Completely aware of Axe's options. And then he's aware of his position relative to those options. So there are times where he just stands there and he understands that there's zero threat.
He just stole that.
Oh my goodness.
That's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes sometimes.
That's the matchup, right? Like you're gonna get that one huge.
Pikachu
opening.
needs the haymakers. Yeah, if it goes if you play nickel and dime the entire way through, Fox will win. Pikachu needs to hit the haymakers. That's like just how it is.
Because otherwise,
did you want to finish your thought, Hugo?
No, I mean that's essentially it. And you could see someone like Fiction playing to that style, and sometimes, like. It's not that he's just standing still and just counting on his reactions. It's that he's aware that in the spot he's standing, what all the threats are. So he's kind of like, imagine a world where you have to react to 100 options, or one in Fiction's world where he understands there are only 2 actual threats in that position.
Right.
And then he's only got 2 options.
It's like a simplification of
that.
Right?
That's why I'm saying that he's so the people are confident when they're standing still like that.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that.
So it's just
16
proper
damage,
that was
by the
so
way.
much damage.
It's just proper positioning, and Fiction just does it, amazingly well.
Especially with matchups like this, specifically versus like
Pikachu.
Pikachu. Having that kind of like situational understanding goes a long
way. Yeah. Not for 2 reasons. One is you get gimmicked less, and the way he actually got killed that last stock of the last game was I think he missed tech skill, which put him in an awkward spot. Like I don't know. Anyway, the other side of it is that Pikachu's options like approaching are all very small. Right? Like the hitboxes, Pikachu doesn't have much range. Good mobility, but bad range. So like when you really understand the nature of how Pikachu wants to get in and what Pikachu wants to do, it actually really shuts Pikachu down.
Yeah,
specifically Pikachu. Like Pikachu doesn't have a good way of like bullying his way out of the corner, like the way like Marth can do a dash dash.
Right. Yeah.
And Fiction is also doing a really good job, like getting out of the huge openings that Pikachu doesn't want to have, right? Like those pop-up up airs that he does. Fiction has been crouch canceling it or playing relatively grounded, so Axe doesn't get that option, right? It's like, see, they're even the Nair. He's able to crouch cancel, not going to get a grab.
That was really nice recognition from Axe. And so Axe has to keep this going as long as possible. The tree makes that very difficult. What's he got here? Get up attack. He runs into it.
Good. I'll say, though, Axe was down by a ton, and it's pretty much back to dead even at this
that's
point.
Axe's punish game. Like
he picked up a kill from like 20% with that early KO, and now he's
that was
what a trade.
Really good anti-air. Yeah. The I don't know, up smash on reaction, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like pivot up smash out of dash dance.
Yeah.
That was sick.
I like your comparison of calling his last stock as a haymaker, like a Hail Mary play. Like Axe always has those in his pocket. Someone like Johnny also has that.
Stored reads, right?
Yeah, stored reads. Like they have all this data and they use it when they need it.
Oh, that was sick.
Oh, wow.
We didn't get the option select.
How many Foxes do you see gimping Pikachu like that? That is some recognition.
Well, that was somewhat of an SD from Axe, too. He only got 1 input on the quick attack. But, I mean, still, the shine was a really nice setup.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you definitely want to do the shine there. If anything, you can force him to up you onto the stage and then get like a damaging punish.
Yeah.
Ooh, this all hurts. Axe missing some of the smash dash that we're used to seeing him get on the.
It's got to be so frustrating to do like a move and Fiction just stands there. And
yeah.
just runs in and punches. He makes you feel dumb. That's the most annoying part.
Well,
about
Nice.
side note, standing still actually allows you to have all of your options at your disposal too. Because if you're dashing, that takes options away from you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You have to like pivot to do certain things, and some of the inputs are just insanely difficult. Pivot up tilt.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen frequently. That's usually an accident when you see it.
Right. I really like Fiction playing. Okay.
Oh boy.
Hey,
yeah,
Maker?
Axe is getting.
Oh, he gets the
and he
that,
snapped.
That worked out perfectly for Fiction. That could not. That can't really be fully on purpose.
No.
Because the up air just set him to like the.
He was just
perfect
upping
spot.
like, please.
Yeah.
Axe pulling out the haymakers.
Right. And he's so good at finding them.
The gloves are off. Ooh, that nair.
Like Axe's fundamentals, like the way he dash dances, is so like perfect. Like he's always dash dancing in the right range.
And you see that with like every
This is
character
scary for
across the
Fiction
board.
still,
Yeah,
by the way.
definitely.
Because it's last stock again.
Yeah.
This happened last game.
I think Axe
still
was at
big.
160 something when he won on last stock of game 1.
And you know Fiction is aware of that too. That's why he's not going to the edge.
He is
because
chilling.
that Axe with that back throw by the ledge.
You get that big boost from the rolls.
Oh. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And again, just him waiting right in the center changed up the pacing of things, right? A lot of people might want to like rush down and get that KO because they're up so much, but Fiction just took his time.
Fiction loves talking mid-side.
He does. He does. Fiction like really likes good gameplay more than anything.
totally.
So like if he respects you, it's almost like he's like just down to lose to you if he gets to play good melee with you.
Yep.
In
And
this-
then
in
talk
this-
about it right after.
Which I think makes him a really scary opponent actually because it doesn't feel like there's too much on the line for him. Like his mentality in sets like this is actually I think pretty good.
Definitely.
So
You saw when he rolled over in his chair after
that's
that.
fun.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Who
that.
was that? It was
Amsa,
Amsa, right?
did
Yeah.
one of the filthiest Yoshi commies I've ever seen.
And he just freaked out. It was so funny.
He came down here and he was like, I was literally roful.
Yeah, it's true. One thing you got to notice about this stage compared to Stadium, among all the other strengths it affords Fox, is just got him.
Yeah.
The fact that on this stage, because it's smaller, you back throw from anywhere and they're off stage. Stadium, Fiction can play the center stage, and back throw isn't as strong.
I didn't think about why Axe liked the stage so much, but that's a good point.
Big part of it.
And also, you just like the recovery. You can go so low with Pikachu and still be able to get all these crazy angles right to live.
Wow. Ooh, oh, the Phantom Shine. Oh, he's going to die because of it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's not going to die. Well, he should have died, I guess.
Yeah, one more.
That was a Phantom Shine, though. Wow.
One more upper needed.
That spot dodge. Axe waited it out, which if Fiction is paying attention, he'll be like, oh, okay, can't do that. He's going to wait out my spot dodge. He's going to have more confidence next time. Shine star. Wow!
Well, still got him.
But he touched the ground, and that's the important part.
Did
Look
he
at that
DI
DI.
up so he could jump out? Is that what that was?
Yeah, that was amazing, DI. He didn't want to go off stage.
Yeah.
It's really
Hell no, he didn't
stressful
wanna.
to be eating those jabs, too.
It's so terrifying.
Yeah.
Because you can hold in and like just think about your SDI for a bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Take some extra damage, but at some point you got to go for that SDI.
You got to make a you got to make a plan.
Make a play.
Okay. Dodges the up
Boy,
air.
that
That's
was
very
scary.
important.
Yeah.
Wow, he looked for dash times power shield grab. Up smash? Oh,
wow.
nair.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think up smash might have connected too, but either works. Fiction with a good follow-up.
Yeah, he DI'd for the up smash, right? That's why you saw him go away like that.
Ooh.
Instant side B. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of shine stalls.
Oh.
That
Okay.
shine, that
smash.
running shine
Yeah.
into drill works really well because even if you, if he does get the hit, sometimes the shine will knock you down and the drill will actually get like a reset. He's got that a couple times on Pikachu. And otherwise it still does pretty good on the shield in terms of pressure.
Right. I mean, a lot of people try to punish running shine with like retreating hitbox or something like that, but if you're short hopping over low hitboxes and coming down with drill, it often can at minimum trade, you know. Oh, that was such a fast.
Wow. Oh, he didn't. Still
Okay.
gets the reaction. That was nice.
Haymaker? Not quite.
Yeah, not quite. Wants to up air on the way down. Oh, up throw. Okay.
Getting a
Up
lot
throw
of
smash.
A lot of grabs in neutral.
Wow.
He's low,
too.
What a well-placed T-Jolt.
That can be tough when you're falling, especially on this stage, because the camera, really easily you're off the camera on this side,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be really difficult to position against those
I always
weird
find it
45-degree angle projectile.
I always find it impressive when good players, despite being out of
got
frame
it.
because of the camera, they know exactly where they are and exactly where their opponents are. And
Yeah.
still do their moves right.
Axe got one of those sick edge guards, like where you couldn't really see where he was on
Yeah.
the bottom of stadium last game.
Yeah, but he just felt like he knew exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a pretty big deal. This is for counter pick advantage in this matchup.
Yeah,
which
and a
is
big
significant.
You don't want to
Yeah.
play FD game 5.
Definitely not. Yeah.
No, yeah.
So Fiction looking to take this one for certain.
He needs it.
Do you see where Axe is mostly playing neutral? He's mostly dash dancing under a side platform or fighting under a side. Looking for a big reversal.
When he gives the low platform, he's like, I need to be on that side of the stage.
He could have gone up after me, I think.
Yeah.
I think that could have been it.
He could have kept the pressure on at least by staying on the top platform.
He messed up.
Fiction still with a bit of an advantage.
See Axe dash dancing in the under the side.
He's got that little side.
No! He went in! Okay.
Tech chase?
No jab reset.
He's going to combo off that. What's it going to be?
Thunder?
That's not going to KO.
No, Fox falls too fast, but he's still on stage.
Oh, the short.
No shine. Oh, my God.
Back right in his face. Doesn't get punished.
Oh,
the T-jolt. The double no tech.
The
T-jolt and the downer not being teched.
Dang, dude. Whew.
Haymaker. He's just letting him fly.
Yeah, he's looking for that one big opening.
Swinging, dude.
I love that.
I'm just imagining it. Man.
And it's backed up.
I respect a good haymaker.
Yeah, dude. And it's backed up by the fact that like Axe is so good in this when it turns into a scuffle, he's like really good at getting reversals out of like he'll like throw a down smash in.
Pikachu's a good scuffle character in general. And Axe on top of that is a good scuffle player.
Right. Like Pikachu can't really approach. That's why like the mid range is so tough for Pikachu, but the close range is fine.
Yeah, once he gets in.
Wow. The spacing. He actually could have done another down tilt, I think, if he wanted.
Yeah, probably. The spacing was that good.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Not a good trade for
Fiction. Ooh, the tech chase.
Not going for that many jab resets, I'm noticing from
nice.
He'll get
just follows
forward
through.
air. What the? Okay.
Maybe he was trying to take the jump with forward air.
The yump.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a huge reversal.
I swear, like 70% of the time or more that Fiction like is like, you know what, I'm going to approach the corner. What's the worst thing that can happen? Like he dies for it.
Yeah.
That's what happened the previous game.
Yeah. Yeah, he did that running shine. Is like, no. And that's the whole thing we were talking about, man. Like, if like the way to show you're a better player, like the better player is the one that can just exist on the stage for longer with their opponent, and when that final exchange goes down, like they don't feel like they have anything to prove.
Yeah.
They don't have to go in and make a play.
Sometimes you're tempted to just run in when nothing's happening.
Barely. Oh, Axe is going to kill you off that.
Yeah, absolutely. Axe has so many mix-ups off the
smiling.
He has so many mix-ups off the throw in the back, right? Like he'll do the forward throw and then he'll do the jabs. He'll do like the back throw and the T-jolt. It's a lot to take into account as you're recovering from the Fox's end.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a different option almost every single time from Axe.
And tail spike is like, it's just, I mean, it's like a shine spike.
Right.
You just die.
And Pikachu's forward tilt when he does that upward angled one.
Oh, yeah, it's huge.
It's huge.
Downward angled covers the ledge really well. Oh, that was really scary. Can he down tilt this?
Well, did he? Did the DI-in push Pikachu back a little bit because of that? And then he DI'd out, so he didn't go off?
And then he DI'd up. Yeah, that was really smart. I think he could have even DI'd out and then down tilted, actually.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought he was going to do.
Stage, yeah.
Right, yeah.
All right, if Fiction takes the stock now, he's pretty much... He can up smash that.
Yeah,
he didn't go for it, and then he decided a second later.
He needs to stock soon, though.
Oh, that was
getting
really good.
Yeah, if he grabbed off that.
Axe, and the Axe waits him out. Oh, that's going to KO. Wow.
And the perfect percent.
Fiction's on the ropes.
Yeah, he's on the ropes.
Haymakers.
He's kind of started throwing some of his own.
It's hard to do against Pikachu, though.
Some Hail Marys.
It's actually true.
It's difficult. Oh, whoa. Oh, wait.
Dude.
Damn, Axe's SDI has been on point.
Yeah.
Out of all these drills, out of the up throw up air.
Yeah, he's just got to go for another back throw. You can shine that? Oof.
Oh, what's that extra? You'll take it.
Look at Axe smiling.
Axe
is like, hell yeah.
That's the, dude, that's the ESAM.
Yeah.
Except in that game, you make it back because
Right.
it stalls you.
Because it's a...
Oh, my God.
Something
Things are happening.
Get the tech chase.
I actually want to see more drill up till than drill grab from... You don't... Well, I think he wants... the thing is, he wants to push him into the corner and then wall him out. That's why he's shining.
Yeah. That's his goal.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow,
wow.
that grab is so good.
The
The pivot
pivot.
grab.
Oh, good trade.
Up air sends him
If he's going to
a very nice way. Wispy blowing him into the up smash.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's going to confirm.
Wow.
Fiction
Okay,
actually
there's
doing
a
a
shot.
really good job on this last stock. Like we're talking about, just like staying centered and walling out Pikachu over and over again, right?
Yeah, no haymakers, right? He's actually just playing neutral. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Is it too little, too late? That's the only question.
So close.
Axe has to be intimidated. He's got the 69%. Oh, we knocked him out of it.
Ooh. That's the difficulty Pikachu has, right? When you're fighting against this type of neutral.
Yeah. This I like.
Oh,
This
that air.
that was awesome.
Oh,
just barely clips him. Go high.
Good angle. He got to plat. Yeah. Made the tech chase fall up harder.
Good crouch in the shine.
That's a crucial tech from Axe as well.
Oh, he thought he was going to get like a tech chase situation.
Wow.
He got him.
Good read from Axe.
Yeah.
I think he thought he was going to get the hard knockdown. That's why he waited a little bit, because he wanted to see the tech after that hit.
Yeah.
No one talks like it. I don't know.
He's talking about how Fiction talks in tournament.
Yeah. No one talks in tournament. But they're having a good time.
Fiction's like, I wish this guy would stop talking.
Yeah.
I'm so over this.
Yeah.
Taste of his own
That's what you get, though, yeah.
Axe is looking good.
Talking
Axe
tournament,
is
that's
looking
actually
good,
the
guys.
Ryan Ford.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
I had good recovery, and I had bad movement in critical situations, especially like last stock games, like 1 and 2. He almost stole game 2 also. I think if I had a Pikachu to practice against, I would probably do a lot better. I feel like he actually has to play, like, I respect Axel a ton as a player, and I think he has to play really cheesy as Pikachu.
Yes.
Just because it is Pikachu, and I think, like, because I respect him a lot, I don't take that into account that, like, no, he literally has to grab me, or he can't do anything, or, like, oh, his nair's actually not safe on shield if he's crossing it up. Like, so I think I over-respected both Axe and Pikachu, but it was still a fun set, and I think that if I analyze it, I actually don't think I'll have too much problems with Axe, assuming I don't get cheesed in the future. I think I can. It feels very, very doable if I learn a few things. But
Yeah.
it was a really fun set, and it's fun freaking out at his crazy stuff he does, dude. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job, man.
He has such a good mentality.
Good attitude.
Like right after a loss, how many people are really willing to come out here and just show that much respect for their opponent like that? You know, be so vocal about it.
Right.
And you know what was beautiful about that? What the way he just said it? He actually basically said, "Here's like the least generous interpretation of what he said was like, Axe just cheese me, lol." But it's like, even though he literally said like he has to gimmick me,
right?
It was a very like. How do I put? You know what I'm trying to say? It was real. It didn't come from a place of salt. It was like
no, he was just telling it how it is.
He was telling it how it is, right?
Yeah.
It didn't. It was
from his perspective.
I just hate hearing it called cheese because I don't think it's cheese. I really don't.
Cheese,
but
cheese is. You guys talked about the definition of cheese like 2 days ago, right?
If they, if they define it that way, I don't know. Cheese just has so much negative connotation to it.
Yeah, it does.
It's usually reserved for players that are bad and get away with things.
Cheese to me means gimmick, right? Yeah, cheese to me means they didn't know you could do that or whatever.
And they are otherwise bad without the cheese.
Yeah.
Is the implication sometimes.
Yeah. Is the implication, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
I think what he was going for is like he has to make he has to do something that doesn't quite work if I'm playing perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he has to make some weird play and like rely on me to kind of mess up a little bit or something.
I think him saying that he understands the limitations of Pikachu, and he understands that is one of the win conditions that Pikachu has to get in order to really make this matchup work out.
That's right.
So I think it's more respect than anything else.